Law of assumption is already working for you, you just don't know how to control it. Hi, my name is Ax. I'm an instant healing hypnotherapist, and in this video, we're going to dive deep inside law of assumption, how we can make it work for you, and I'm going to guide you on how you can use law of assumption to manifest your special person. Now, according to Neville, law of assumption works in a way if you assume certain reality to be true, your subconscious mind will manifest that into your reality because your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is reality and what is imagination. So if you can trick your subconscious mind with your imagination that something has already happened, your subconscious mind will manifest that into your reality. This is where we need to think of our subconscious mind as a natural manifester. Your subconscious mind will naturally want to manifest things in your reality based upon what you're feeling inside. So based upon that, if we can change our feelings and we can assume something good that is about to happen in future, we can just make our subconscious mind manifest anything that we truly desire. However, why it doesn't work for a lot of us is because we have to understand what happens when you try to assume certain reality and it doesn't happen. Why does it not happen? Now you have to understand how the subconscious mind works when it's trying to assume something in reality. Anytime we are trying to predict reality or assume certain reality, our subconscious mind is going to quickly just look back in our life to see that what actually happened in your life, to find some common grounds based upon which it can make certain predictions or assume a certain reality, right? So it looks back on your life experiences, and based upon that, it starts assuming a particular reality. Now, what's going to happen is if it looks back and it finds certain traumas with regards to relationships or certain traumatic experiences that make you look at relationship from a very different point of view, it's going to use that particular data to manifest or predict your future. So based upon law of assumption, your subconscious mind is already assuming something worse, and that is going to manifest inside your reality. Now, once I understood how the subconscious mind works and how law of assumption works, I realized that I have to focus on what my subconscious mind is looking back on. That is my traumatic experiences or negative experiences that have shaped my beliefs or my dominant thoughts and feelings. So if I can change that, so when my subconscious mind is trying to assume a particular reality, when it's going to look back, it's not going to be influenced by these particular traumas or negative feelings. And in that way, law of assumption will work really flawlessly for me. So what did I do? Since I'm an instant healing hypnotherapist and my focus is on helping people remove their trauma, so what did I do? I went back inside my subconscious mind because I was trying to manifest something as well. So I went back inside my subconscious mind, figured out those particular traumatic moments that was making me a magnet towards bad relationships in my life. What did I do? I removed those traumatic experiences, and then I started assuming that my future is great. I have manifested my particular person, and guess what? It worked. I did end up manifesting a lot of the things that I didn't even expect them to happen. However, here's something really important to understand. The only reason I was able to manifest people inside my life, experiences inside my life, was because I was able to remove the traumatic experiences. Now, this is where I would also bring your attention towards what trauma bond is. Trauma bond is when you have a toxic recurring pattern in attracting certain type of toxic people into your life. So if you see, law of assumption is already working for you even over there. It's just looking back at the traumatic experiences from your childhood, and based upon that, it's subconsciously assuming that your reality is going to be exactly like that. So you keep attracting these toxic partners into your life. So law of assumption is already working. However, now we know what to do so that law of assumption can work in our favor. So I tested my theory out because I was like, all right, if it works on me, it's going to work on everyone else. So I developed this 15 days instant healing program. And the best part is, what I did really smartly was the first session that I kept with my clients, I would help them go back in their subconscious mind and remove the trauma. And I would teach them how they can do it on their own. Now, what happens is really interesting things started to happen. Now, before these clients would have the second session with me, that is in week number 2, they would start sending me these messages like, they manifested something, their special person came back, or their ex just went from no contact to just running after them. And these people were starting to give me the credit because they thought I was doing some kind of witchcraft. But however, This is where you need to focus on understanding what's happening is once I remove their traumatic experiences or trauma bonds, their subconscious mind is assuming their future to be really positive and happy. So law of assumption just starts working for them. They just start manifesting these positive experiences and people into their life. And this is where I got to realize something really important. If you do not heal what's in your past, it's going to keep repeating in your life because law of assumption, like I said, is already working for us. So the best advice that I can give you is when you're using law of assumption, you need to look back in your life and just observe if you had certain negative events, traumatic events, and if those events have been resolved. Because if they haven't been resolved, your subconscious mind is not going to be able to use law of assumption to your advantage, and we do not want that. So if you are trying to manifest someone, if you're trying to manifest a particular reality where you are loved, you need to start by healing your traumas at a subconscious level. Now, a lot of the people would be like, hey, but I know my traumas and I can work on them. However, with instant healing hypnosis and understanding the subconscious mind, I have experienced this, and this is my opinion only. A lot of the time, people are not consciously aware when their traumatic event or their trauma actually started. Because just imagine, if you were consciously aware of when your trauma actually started, you have spent so much life, you would have figured out some way to get rid of it. The only reason you are unable to get rid of it is because you're not consciously aware. But your subconscious mind is pretty aware of when those traumatic events or your trauma actually began. So you need to go in and remove those at a subconscious level. And once you do, trust me, law of assumption would work for you even if you're not doing any kind of meditation or anything like that, because that's how your subconscious mind works. Now, if you would like to work with me, there's something for you guys. Hi, I am Axe, an instant healing hypnotherapist. I have developed a 15 days instant healing program. In these 15 days, I will teach you how to understand your subconscious mind map and patterns to identify your relationship blockages. Then using instant healing hypnosis, I will teach you how to instantly heal any toxic recurring patterns, trauma bond, depression, anxiety, PTSD, or any form of physical pain in less than 3 minutes. As a bonus, I will be giving you my special conversational hypnosis method that will make you an instant magnet for anyone in less than 1 minute. Book your free mini therapy session with me by clicking the link to my website in the description below, and let's discuss how we can completely transform your life.